Welcome to ATB TV. I'm Darren Dance here with the great Peter Morganti on this pleasant autumn day down in Victoria. Unlike Queensland and Sydney, Pete, we're bathing in glorious sunshine for a change.
For a change, we've got the swimming pool beside us here. Won't say what pool we're at, Darren.
No, the pool, it's all locked up, Pete.
Yeah.
So that's Victoria in March.
Even though it's nice and warm, I don't think I'll be diving in.
A couple of icebergs floating around there.
Yeah,
Look, we had an interesting week last week on the track, Pete, so we might just dive straight into that.
Won't take long to dissect.
Four runners?
Four runners, sorry. Two in the one race.
Yep.
So we'll go to that first. That was at Colac, where we had Roderer with Logan McGill, and we had Pat backed up unassailable after her narrow loss at Edenhope, and as much as she won, she was about 10 lengths behind the winner. The back-up worked, but we didn't expect to run into a mudlark because it did rain at Colac, and I don't know what the rating was, but it had to be in the heavy range when she went around.
Yeah, well, it was a strange day because the weather started off good and then it deteriorated with that front that came through, and obviously Colac copped it. We needed rain at Moonee Valley, but it was too late by the time I got there, Pete. But anyway, let's go to Colac. Yeah, obviously Purcell's horse won by 6 or 8 or 10 lengths. It was off and gone, and the rest were sort of wondering what the hell was going on. So, including us, I think we ran a nice second with unassailable. Mr. Pat Second Ryan, or is he Pat Ryan the second?
Well, he was happy about
Pat Ryan the junior, so
Pat
it
Ryan
could be Pat
Junior.
Ryan the second.
Yeah, well,
because he likes running second, doesn't he?
He was happy when Madam Mischief won the week before to break that cycle, but look, I suppose when they're running second, they're running well.
Pat Ryan the second.
She was. I think the positive was, I think she ran 1600 because she had to go from 14 to 16 because she did all the chasing.
Yeah. No, she ran good.
You know, she got tired late, but you'd expect it.
Yeah. Just trying to work out the form. You know, you run around a Colac on a Saturday, you run around an Edenhope on a Saturday, and you're running seconds, getting just beaten, and you know, then you take those sort of horses to the city midweek, Friday, Wednesday, and you're getting beaten 2 lengths. I'll tell you what, between a country Class 1 or 58, 64, there's not a great deal of difference whether the town you're running in is called Colac, Warrnambool, Terang or Moonee Valley. There's not a great deal of difference, is there?
Pat said that with the 3-year-old fillies and measuring up to open grade, even though the 58s or 64s, there isn't a hell of a lot of difference. And that's why I think he's still hopeful with unassailable and Madam Mischief that you can pinch the right race midweek, Sandown, you know.
Well, the fact that unassailable can run a mile and she can
helps.
handle the wet, they're 2 real big ticks for her. So I'm sure she's going to turn up somewhere and fluke one for us, and just
and her racing style helps because she can put herself in the race.
On the speed, So I thought it was a credible performance. The winner just put him away, so it was one out of the box. Good luck to him. But our horse ran good. The other horse, Roderer, well, I saw him on the corner dropping out under hard riding, and I started watching unassailable. And then when she went over the line, he went over the line about a length behind. And I thought, I better go and watch the replay because he did get home good. Logan was pretty happy with that, and he said he might just be ready next start.
Yep, well, that's his, might be his 3rd or 4th one in. So, as you mentioned earlier, prior to those two, we had South Pacific, where it was still 28 degrees at Moonee Valley before the heavens opened, and look, he ran well. Watching the race, I'm going, geez, this horse is travelling up in the 1-1, and then they sprinted and he looked left flat-footed, but to his credit, he worked through the line okay, beaten, I don't know what it was, about 5.8 or something like that. Jockey was happy, trainer was happy, but we just needed a bit of cut in the ground.
Yeah, it was a shame it was an early race and not a race to 8.
Because it was 2,000 first up.
Yeah, it would have been good if it had been race 8 and it was a heavy 10.
Yeah.
But anyway, not to be. But look, watching the race, a bit like you, he's travelling nice. He might have been just a little bit fresh, just getting his head up and his action extended. But as soon as they sprinted, he was left flat-footed, and then all these horses got around him and he got interfered with, and he sort of dropped out a bit, and I thought, oh, well, that's going to run last. And then, to his credit, Williams balanced him up in that short straight, and he got home and passed a couple. My gut feeling was that if he hadn't got crowded and disrupted, he was a sneaky hope to run 4th.
Yeah.
And I think we would have walked away really happy with that. So.
And the winner's a good horse, Basan.
And I don't think the Valley's his track.
No.
Because he's a big strider. But anyway, it was good to get that run under his belt, and let's hope that he can recapture some of that form that he displayed in Europe before he came to Australia. But he's one that's going to benefit from a bit of juice in the track.
And out to 24, 26, quicker than not.
Yep.
Our winner for the week, Thursday night, Pakenham. Long way away, Pakenham. It's not when you're in your lounge room.
That's right.
But it was good viewing. The little Frankel filly that we've had to be all patient with. Great training effort. I mean, to get any horse to win over 1400. She looked like she was probably going to run into a place on the home turn, but her overall class, she beat two handy fillies and did it comfortably on the line.
Yeah, a very strong form race. She was the first start of Stoneham we're talking about by Frankel out of Tynoon, a filly that went through Easter, Keramar Border. A couple of the owners that bred us elected to stay in, and she races in those famous colours of Francis Cook of Mystery Downs. Super effort first up, jumps away, favourite goes forward, gets taken on. We're sitting back, 3 pairs back on the outside. Very, very cool, calm, collected ride by Jai McNeil. Peels her out, and you could see she was trying to run on, and I just felt she was going to duck in behind him, and that was going to be curtains, but he was smart enough to hold her out, and she powered to the line like a horse that had 5 starts, and 1 by 3/4 probably eased up on the line. And it's a great result for all our breeders who invested in Tynoon when we bought her in the UK, and spent 2 years getting her in foal to Frankel, and then flew her all the way to Australia. And it was a good result. We got 400,000 for her, and then the colt went through the following year, and that was the one the Iranian soccer player bought and decided to give to Michelle Payne. They paid 500,000 for it, and it's in Sunday, by the way, at Ballarat debuting. So it's a big week for the Tynoon owners, and it's a big week for the owners of those Frankels. So congratulations to everyone involved. It's always good when one of these long-term
projects,
crazy type projects come to fruition. But she could be one of the best Frankels we've seen out here. Obviously Hungry Heart won the other day. Just looking at his stats, he's had 22 winners off 35 starters in Australia, and more importantly 6 stakes winners from the 22 winners. So
very early in his time here.
Yeah, well, he's going at a normal stakes ratio to winners is about 10%. That's considered good. So that he's had 6 from 22, not 2 from 22. So he's going at 2.5 times. So if these two Frankels can run, it's going to do a lot for our stock. And we know the Azadi filly we've got with Liam Howley's got a lot of class, and you'll see her in the spring. And we've got a sneaky little colt sitting at home in the paddock that we'll just work out what we're going to do for those owners when we can cash in. So it was great to see. They're talking her up now as finding a stakes race or an oaks race for her. And it's going to be really interesting just to watch these Frankels go around for us. It's just a beautiful mating, great athletic types, both of them, and we've been patient. She had a few setbacks, nothing major, just immaturity, growing pains, a foot abscess here and there, just the usual frustrations. But you know what? Maybe just giving her that time and just allowing her to have 3 preps and be fully educated when she goes to races. And I know one owner got $31 early peak. He saw a trial at Cranbourne. He had his 100 on at 31s. She came into 220 before
blowing out to 6s.
She went out to 6s in the end. So it was a wild ride on the punt. Some of the owners were quite surprised that she was 220. So was I, but $6 was her price. So congratulations to everyone involved. Credit to the Mar Eustace team. Great effort there. Can't thank them enough for buying off us and supporting the brand. And we look forward to a big autumn and maybe a big spring with her.
Yeah, loved her. I reckon there was 2 changes of foot to get into it and then to finish the race off. And that's the sign of it. A horse, it wasn't just a grinding win. It was, we'll Jai sat up on the line and smiled for the camera. And he was fairly boyish afterwards. It's good to see Karen Dunstan poke her nose in there, and
she knows where the camera is, doesn't she?
The Karen? Old elbow shake hands,
Karen Dunstan, she knows. Her and David, they were the only owners there last night. Now they're also in Capriccio.
Yeah, how good are they going?
So they can sniff out a good one.
What other owners? It happens in 3s, Darren.
They certainly know where the camera is.
It happens in 3s. Capriccio, Steinem. What's next?
Don't know. We better sell them one.
Or just hope there's one of ours coming up that they're in.
Anyway,
maybe Capriccio again, probably.
They cashed up down there at Bunyip Beat. They cashed up down there.
Smiles all round.
New cars in the drive, brand new tractors, hey? Prized pedigree.
The cows.
Prize pedigree Angus.
Good stuff, guys.
Plenty of money down there with the Dunsties.
Good stuff. So that was it. So we had a winner, a second. Happy with South Pacific, happy with Rotor. So we roll into our... Tonight.
Moonee Valley.
4 to talk about. 5, we'll talk about one that will possibly go to Sandown on Wednesday. But we kick off with the Raise the Flag filly, trained by Paul Prushka. Raise the colours.
Now this is what we call having a throw at the stumps.
Or into the deep end. It's like the little kid that, I'm going to the pool, Mum, but he's gone down the 6 foot end. Not the 2'3" end.
Couple of 2 starts to date by Raise the Flag. They say they peak at when they're 6 or 7. A bit like us. I think we might be Raise the Flags, or have we already peaked?
A few years ago.
Yeah, so 2 starts for a first and a second on good tracks at Bendigo. Goes to the Valley in a Group 3 fillies race, rightfully $41. Declan Bates to take the ride. Paul Prushka, I'd say pretty astute. Wouldn't be taking her there if he thought she was going to ride an 8th of 8.
40 to 1, that's nothing. He trades 300 to 1 winners.
And backs them. Yeah. So the question is, Paul, have you backed Raise the Colours? That's what we really need to know.
It was 50s, into 40s. Might have just had a little bit of Luna Fox on it. Little nibble.
Now you got a little photo here of him during the week. He does more than train horses. Oh, look at this.
New Rex Hunt.
Rex Hunt, down there at John Clemence's Lake Purrumbee, catching redfin and cheetah salmon.
You might recognise this face. Took him out fishing today. He killed him. Hopefully he kills them on Friday night.
So what that is?
That silver thing was a cheetah salmon. It's some new fish.
I seen Paul Tuesday. I never got no fillets in a bag handed to me.
No, well apparently you and I have got an invite.
Right,
to go down and go fishing at Lake Purrumbee.
Well, there's not.
Apparently, we have to wait our turn peak because he takes pairs and he's got to, suck up to all his trainer mates first.
So obviously, we're
down.
We're down here.
So the day we go, it'll be a 3-foot swell.
Yeah, 6 degrees.
But no,
I'm not going in July.
He's all right, Clemo. He's off tonight to see Raise the Colours.
He's up and about, Clemo.
So I said, did you get any intel off Prushka? He said he didn't say much.
I did the interview for the owners, just a little one. He thought, well, I wanted a 1,600 metre race. I can go to a 64 or 70 against old Geldings been around.
We've been through that.
Why not just go to a fillies race?
Group 3.
Group 3. And as he said, when I told him there's only 8 in at gate 2, he said, tick, tick. He was happy. Small field, gate 2. He said, she can't hang because you've got to go to the rail. She's going to hang. And look, I think we're going to posse up somewhere. If we're not behind the leader, maybe 3 back. We need a bit of luck from there. But
the top 4 finish would be outstanding.
And we'll be heading over the border.
Yeah, well, the border people have driven in, the Wagners.
Yep.
They've driven all the way.
They'll be here tonight, yep.
Yeah, they're going. They're in.
Well,
they were in the commanding yard with Clemo.
Well, hopefully the next time after tonight, they might be able to watch her from their home state.
Might have to go to Morfordville.
Yeah, so anyway, it's a bit of a fork in the road. Like Paul said, we're not there to win, but we just want to see some positive...
He's not there to win. I'm there to win.
No, well, it was not when I say that. A win would be an absolute bonus, but you don't have to be win to be still pushing on.
Exciting filly.
I've got a backer for the place. I found a spot.
You're already on,
I reckon the top weight wins.
The odds on pop.
Yeah, and the second one goes good. I just reckon there's a spot.
For 3rd or 4th, I reckon. Yep. He's up for grabs. So good luck to all the owners. I know when we bought this filly, we said, look, you're going to have to be patient. We bought her as a foal. Probably come good when it's 5, and here we are in a Group 3. Yeah. 3rd start up as a 3-year-old.
Yep.
Someone fast-forwarded something.
Something's happened with the genetics.
But she's just a natural horse. Yeah. Like, you get a lot of these staying fillies, they're immature, they seem to take time.
Yep.
They seem to be in and out, in and out, in and out. But this one just loves to eat, loves her work.
Well, that's what Paul said. She's
just thriving.
The more you give her, she thrives. He said he said it was really good that I could pull her back a little because she was
getting too keen.
So she put her over a couple of little logs just to bring her back. So, and now he said,
any vision?
Appetite,
no vision.
No vision.
Skull hat.
Don't matter what they are, what the
safety
broods
harness,
are. They all find a log out of Paul to jump over just to chill them out.
Yes.
Just brings them back a bit. Must be
I'd
So
love that.
why is that? Is they start looking for logs on the racetrack, and so they settle down a bit? I don't know.
I don't know. I reckon it'd be like walking through the desert and amongst landmines. You'd be looking at where you're going, wouldn't you?
Yeah, treading carefully. You certainly wouldn't be running at it,
Or
would
walking
you?
along the beach and there's box jellyfish laying everywhere. You're certainly on your toes.
Anyway, good luck to
I'd
everyone.
love to have an open day at Paul's Farm one day just to get all the owners up there to see it because it's very unique.
Yeah, no, it's different. But the results have been there. And
Looking forward to
I
tonight.
think they got Luna Fox up in Sydney too this weekend.
Yeah, he has.
But that mightn't be till Monday or Tuesday next week with the weather they
In
got.
Flood City.
Mornington, we go to the Hariba.
Yep.
We were
Serious
going to
suspect.
go to the William Reid tonight with Serious Suspect, but I think the right reins pulled for a couple of reasons, and I think we found a very winnable race tomorrow over 1200. We've also got Never Again in the same race.
Yeah, well, we're always backing up to the William Reid from the Newmarket because we felt that he went to the line unextended in some ways, but just the track got tore up a little bit after last Saturday with the weather, and we just felt that race was just going to be a bit strong for us. The pattern as such is going to be debatable with the rail in the true, what lane we're going to end up in.
A lot of
Where we're going to be with Pippi in the race, some very, very good back markers. And we just felt that maybe going to the Hariba at Mornington, where they haven't raced for a couple of months, got a beautiful cover of grass, and the track's going to play fair according to the master tactician Peter Ellis. I hope he had his contacts in when he walked the track, because that's what he told me.
and his gum boots on.
Yeah, and we just felt we'd go there. Now, Ancestry's decided to go there too, because they were worried about racing
Same
at the
thing.
Valley.
Yeah.
So it'll lead, no doubt. It's $2.60 favourite. We're $7. We'll probably shorten up when Brooklyn Hustle comes on.
Yep.
So I suppose we'll be a $4, $3.80 chance.
I think
in
we'll
the
be
end.
a clear second favourite.
Yeah, $3.80,
yeah.
$3.50.
I think some money will come from him late.
Yeah, I think we're just going to probably try and sit one back off that horse, maybe 1-1 if we can.
Two scenarios, like you said. Something may sit outside Ancestry, we get the card up.
Yeah.
Or if that doesn't happen, I don't think we ideally want to sit outside him. I think we want to sit off him. So they got your opposition behind you, but you get a nice cover, a nice, what do you call it, trail in.
I wish this race was Sunday, not Saturday.
What's happening overnight?
Jamie Carr's suspended to midnight.
Yeah, right.
She's back Sunday,
Yeah.
but
Well, that's the other factor.
so
with
we've
Pat
got
Maloney.
Maloney on
Yeah.
because half the jockeys were supposed to be going to Sydney. They probably may not now, and some are riding at the Valley Friday night. So we've ended up with Pat Maloney. He's a good underrated kid. He came out and rode the horse a couple of days this week.
Yep.
Michael Poy was in Sydney.
Poy would have rode Ancestry anyway, probably.
Yeah, Bowman. We actually tried to get Bowman, but he decided not to come down. But maybe he should have if he's not going to ride
A
Saturday.
few of them looking to their jockey, but
So look, Saab
Yeah.
trusts Patrick,
Yeah.
so that's what's important. All he has to do is watch Jamie Carr's 3 rides on him and work it out.
if there's pace on, he should drop his head. You would hope.
Yeah.
Just hope he just doesn't want to tear after the thing. But
No, I think as long as
should
he
just
jumps
drop-
clean
yeah.
and he can just get into a nice rhythm, relax, breathe, travel, and then just build, and then probably at 400, you got to go. You can't wait till the corner. It's just too hard.
Ancestry, what'd you say, 260 a win? I think we're 260 a drum.
Yeah.
Like, I know which bet I'd take.
Yeah, no, that's true. So good luck to all the owners. We were all down at Saab's stables last Sunday
How good a day was that?
for an open day there, and the word was out that there was plenty of food on offer, and there was about 200 people there.
Most of Lygon Street there, wasn't it?
Oh, there was a few wealthy people floating around that joint. So well done to Saab and Zoe and the team, Doc and Junior there. They had the place shining. They had all the horses looking outstanding. They did a great job hosting the morning. I know a lot of people thoroughly enjoyed it and bought plenty of shares. I think Saab's just about sold most of those yearlings that he bought and a couple of others. So I think everyone had a good time. He just showed that he's that sort of guy, you know, where he's very welcoming to everybody. He's hands-on. He wants you to come to the stables. He wants you to paddock your horse. And he just wants you to be part of it. And I think he's like us. He just races for fun.
Hey,
and he loves it.
I can tell why he's found my fat shirts a bit. The spread, apparently the above, it wasn't just hamburgers and sausages.
No.
Cutlets.
Yeah.
Lamb cutlets.
Yeah, I sort of saw him from a distance. But he had all this, I don't know, they had some sort of charcoal smoke thing going, so we all had smoke inhalation.
I did see a lot of smoke in the photos.
Smoke inhalation. No,
good on him.
His dad done a great job. He was on that charcoal barbie for about 4 hours. The queue was like getting into the MCG on a Saturday night, and I don't think anyone went home and bought lunch.
I don't know a lot of people there, but how famous that Staveley area is.
So Tony Lopes built it, I understand. He was the first trainer there at Chiquita Lodge, Tony Lopes. And then John Marr went in there, and I think he trained What a Nuisance to win the Melbourne Cup out of that stable.
But he's some good horses through it.
It'd be nice if they could put a board up with all the champion horses that come out of those stables.
A Group 1 board or something.
I don't know when it was built, but I'd say maybe in the 60s.
Yeah, but you look at it, it's obviously fashioned to when it was built, but from a point of view of comfort for the horses, it's perfect. It's the old style stables, isn't it?
Mate, it's so quiet there.
Yeah.
You actually think, am I at Flemington? It's like it'd be like if we had stables here where we are.
Well, Watson Road's not far behind
It's right behind us, but you
yeah.
wouldn't know it was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just amazing. But anyway, he's very passionate about what he does. It was a good day, and I'd love Serious Suspect to win for him. I understand there's going to be a story on Saab's whole history and what he's doing and where he's been and where he's going on coming up on racing.com, I think on the 13th of April. But when we find out when it's on, we'll actually let you know, because it would be a good insight into a man that's having a go and wants to be successful.
Horse, big on stats, Darren. Serious Suspect, 5 second-up runs for 3 wins in 2 seconds.
Well, that means you just got to back him each way. Oh, if one comes out, there's only 7.
We're down to 8 now, I reckon.
I don't know.
Not sure. Anyway, just back him each way.
I think there might be one.
He'll run 1-2 anyway, so it won't matter.
1-2. Good luck to the whole team anyway, and all the owners. They're on the ride of their life. So Hariba Stakes, whatever happens, runs top 3, pulls up good. There's a $300,000 Super Voters race at Caulfield in 2 or 3 weeks.
Yep.
And then that's limited, obviously, to Super Voters Gold horses.
Yeah, so it becomes restricted.
So there's no September runs, no interstaters in there, so he's probably going to be in the market.
Probably nearly favourite.
And then if all that goes well, we might have a sneaky look at the Goodwood.
Go over the border.
Now that would be a big challenge for Saab.
That's the,
To travel.
Yeah, pack his overnight bag.
You think someone that immigrated from Turkey,
Yeah.
would have no problem travelling?
You would think, and he travelled when he was about 4, wasn't he?
I reckon the horse will travel better than him.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt he might have to go over a week early to settle in. So.
Bit of Valium, I reckon.
Anyway, they're down the track. Tomorrow we're
what are we doing?
Chance.
Now just a reminder that...
I'm going to Avoca.
Avoca?
For a look.
Yes?
Intense. I wouldn't say it's Flemington of the Bush, it's Mooney Valley of the Bush, Avoca, I think. It's
very
tight.
Leaderish.
I hope Pat oils up this horse's joints so he can bend his way around the track, because he's a big, long-striding galloper. I think we did see a couple of his runs at Ipswich. Bit similar. The other way around.
I wouldn't stand on the fence in that race.
he might
go straight over it.
I'll tell you, he'd be favourite or second favourite. He'd be
better than most of them.
Yeah, $3 chance or less. There's 2 with a little bit of form, and the rest are like, that's why they're at Avoca.
We're only here because it's an 1800.
Yeah, it's a lead.
It's a stepping stone
to the 2000.
But it is a tight little track, and
big advantage.
will he get around it?
We've got Michaela on. We're the only. Tatum Bull claims 2 on a horse that's finished last. We're the only claim, so the 3 off's important. That might help for him steering 10 wide on the turn.
Is she left-handed?
She might have to be.
Because she needs muscles in her left hand to hold that rein.
Oh yeah, that one down and that one working. She rode him last start, so she
knows a bit. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this. It's part of a project and part of a plan with...
Look, he's a 2,600 metre horse in the making. Anyway, this is a stepping stone.
Sure he'll run a nice second, Pat.
Patrick the second.
Pat Ryan the second.
That's it, Darren. 1 nomination for next week. We've got nothing at Ballarat, but we'll be interested to watch Michelle Payne's.
Yeah, that's in the 2-year-old.
2-year-old.
Silic.
I know the race, but Sunday.
2-year-old.
We've got nothing at Benalla or Bairnsdale, but Monday's race 3 again. Wednesday, Madam Mischief might get her chance in a fillies only, 3-year-old fillies, which is good. 1300.
Sandown?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. So we'll know the field's Monday, but Pat's got
Pat
her
Ryan's
in.
taken her?
Yeah, Pat's got her in form at the right time to be tackling one of these races.
Yeah, if you could just look up how much prize money we get for running second, that'd be good.
Probably about 40, probably 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Well, that's better than
2.5 or whatever you get in the bush.
exactly. No, I look forward to her.
But she goes. If you want to go to town, go in when you're in
Oh,
form.
she's
you
a
know,
ripper.
I don't know if there's any weather next week,
Yeah, there's rain all week.
so a little bit of rain.
Rain all
won't
week.
hurt- won't hurt
Not
her
heavy
at all.
rain, but there's rain all week.
I
It's
don't
going to
know
be miserable.
I don't know what we do with the rider.
He'll lead Mel Julius on, won't
Yeah, maybe Mel. I don't know if she still claims in town.
he? She ever ridden a winner in town?
Yes, she has.
Which town?
She actually rode. I think she
Avoca?
rode a winner for Josh in
Did
town.
she?
Yeah,
Oh, she
but she
might have.
has. Yeah, but you can have a senior rider on, but I think a filly
He won't
like her.
change. There's no way.
Yeah, the
He
girls.
wouldn't change.
She runs well for the girls and has proven it. So,
Yep.
so that's it.
Righto. That's the week. So much we had nothing to talk about.
Yeah, we thought we were going to be 15 minutes. Probably gone 35. Yeah,
All right. Well, we'll leave it at that. Good luck with your runners. Congratulations on your Frankel. I'm so pleased for the owners and the breeders. Looking forward to that. And as you know, the sales are over. We can relax a bit. We've got a little bit to tidy up with the mares and the weanlings just to work out where we're going over the next 12 months. So you'll be part of that process as we go forward. And we look forward to Raise the Colours going around and the other horses going around this weekend. So it's going to be a very interesting weekend for ATB.
And I'll get all those Wheeling photos
Peter's been out photographing with Tom. So
Yep.
hopefully they show just what nice horses you've got there. Look forward to catching up. Look forward to the racing fraternity taking note of the AFL fraternity, because if you can have 50,000 at the football, surely you can have 20,000 at the races, and surely you can have some in the Manning Yard, more than 2. Mornington, they're telling me no Manning Yard on Saturday, which I find ridiculous, but hopefully common sense prevails. Let's get on with it.
We survived COVID. Now we're the last to come out of it.
Yeah.
Work that out.
Until next week, Darren Dance and Peter Morganti. Have a great weekend.